Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Backwards Hat production. And man, do we have an action field 3 days ahead for you as you're looking live at the Knoxville Raceway, Knoxville, Iowa, site of the second annual Sim Harris Clash presented by the Ram Series. Tonight, we've got a full show for the street stocks as well as some modified action coming your way a little bit later. Right now, qualifying is underway. I believe as we jump in here, that's what we're seeing is qualifying. As you see cars out on the track right now, Showtime Shane Kelly up on top of the leaderboard. Derek Fedkenauer, a name we haven't seen in a while, second. Trevor Baker, third. Midwest Racing Development. Fourth will be Eric Tupper right now, coming off his sprint car championship on Thursday nights. Cody Olson's going to round out your top five. Got quite a few cars in attendance right now as everybody begins to turn in some laps as we get this racing program kicked off. One second here as we get switched over. There we go. I said, folks, this is the Sim Harris Clash from Knoxville, Iowa, second annual. I'm being told. All of it being brought to you by Midwest Racing Development as we get going here. Out on the track right now, you're seeing Brent Homan in the 49, followed by the 44 car of Raymond Dormer out of Florida. Also out on the track with them is Kyle Ramsey in the 91. There's Homan as he comes out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Good to see the street stocks back in action. As if you have been with the Backwards Hat production crew for quite a while, you know that this was the first ever car that we covered for the Ram Series. It's back in action tonight, and it will run a complete show tonight, followed by modified and late model action you're going to see over the next 3 days. It's going to be exciting, folks. As right now, Kyle Ramsey's going to work it through 3 and 4. There is Homan going to complete his run. Ramsey's going to be setting the 18th. Now make it 15th on the board with a 23.456. But your pole sitter tonight going to be the 5 car of Shane Kelly out of the Midwest Racing Development Stable. As we get set to go, they're going to get some heat race lineups to us. I'll tell you what, let's get a talk with Showtime here. Shane Kelly, this is Bradley Wilson of the Backwards Hat booth. You got a copy?
Sure do, buddy. How you doing tonight?
Well, man, we're doing great. Ready to see 3 nights of complete racing action here from the Knoxville Raceway, Knoxville, Iowa. You're going to lead things off with a poll here for the second annual Sim Harris Clash. And the complete show for the street stocks, man. Tell us a little bit about this event and how that car's feeling for you tonight.
Yeah, I heard this is a pretty big event. I kind of like the format. I'm kind of new to the sim racing stuff, so this is my first time running it. But I heard back in the R Factor days this was quite the thing. So to get the pole for this thing tonight, I'm very happy. Just got to keep adjusting on the car and hope I can keep it out front all night.
Well, man, like I said, after qualifying, you're going to put up a lap that just edges out teammate Derek Fedkenauer. So you got to be feeling good about that. Keeping it out front going to be a prime, and there's going to be 3 heats tonight that will look like, per normal, it's going to see you start on the pole. So you got to think your night is starting off right.
Yeah, if you're going to start it off, you want to start it a lot out up front, and then hopefully I can just keep it there. Man, there's a stout field, a lot of good drivers. Got 3 teammates, 1, 2, and 3, and I know Torrin's going to be there by the end of the night.
Well, man, we're going to let you get back down there, get prepared for the heat race, but we wanted to get a word with you real quick as you were the fastest driver and going to win that Quick Time Award tonight.
Thank you, sir. Hope to talk to you at the end here.
Once again, that was Shane Showtime Kelly out of the Atlantic region in the number 5 car, Midwest Racing Development. Folks, 3 heats. It's just been passed on to me from Race Control. We're going to see 3 heats tonight as this track is primed, ready to go under the daylight. The afternoon sky here, Knoxville Raceway. As cars begin to pull onto the starting grid here, you should see the number 5 of Shane Showtime Kelly. There it is, folks. He's going to win your pole. Should be leading us out for heat race number 1. We get cars begin to make their way to the grid here. As I said, once again, you can find tonight's complete action as well as tomorrow night and Thursday night. Going to wrap up your show. You'll see some late model action tomorrow night as well as some more modified action. And then Thursday night, we're going to have consolation features and the mains for both the modifieds and the late models. Here we go. Shane Kelly going to make his way out onto the track now in that 5 car as the field begins to roll out behind him. Looks like he's going to be joined out there by Kyle Edgar in the 47. Eric Tupper in the 115. Like I said, folks, not a lot can be said about Eric Tupper that hadn't been said already, as he's fresh off of that sprint car winged Thursday night championship. They'll be joined out there by the 97 car of Blake Heather. Also looks like we're going to have the 100 car of Michael Henry out of Florida. We'll also have the 717 of Alex Kane out of the Midwest region and the 515 of Chris Cox. There you see it, folks. Starting from the pole, virtue of the Quick Time Award, that is the 5 car of Shane Kelly. To his outside, the 115 of Eric Tupper. 1 row back from that's where you're going to find the 026 of Brad Doss out of the Mid-South region. To his outside is going to be Kyle Edgar in the 47. 1 row back from that's going to be Joey Lamb Racing's number 97 out of the Midwest region, Blake Heather. To his outside, that's where you're going to find the 100 car of Michael Henry. Starting on the final row from the inside will be Chris Cox. From the outside, the 717 of Alex Kane as we get set to go. Green flag in the air. It's going to be Shane Showtime Kelly on the loud pedal leading him to life. Problems for Eric Tupper in the 115 as he's going to be slow on the top. Loses a little bit of ground from the outside pole. Here comes Kyle Edgar as he's going to battle Brad Doss through 1 and 2. Here comes Blake Heather, though. He's going to look for the run down the front straightaway. Lap 1 is complete of heat race number 1. Tupper now going to go back upstairs, going to run right around the attic through the center of turns 1 and 2. He's going to fight back after some misfortunes in the initial start of the race. Going to go battle side by side with Blake Heather through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Doss now going to look under Kyle Edgar through 1 and 2. Edgar going to get the wall just a little bit going into 3. Close quarters racing right here as we go on board with Kyle Edgar out of Canada. There we go. There's the roof cam we were looking for. It's been a minute since we've been with the street stocks, but we're getting all of our cameras figured back out. Off of turn number 2, it's still going to be Shane Kelly leading, followed by the 47 of Kyle Edgar. Now here comes Tupper. Tupper going to go to the outside through 3 and 4, coming off. Down the front straightaway, laps winding down heat 1, and man, has it been a great one so far. We've got action from the attic to the basement and anywhere in between. Kyle Edgar going to hold on to second right now. Meanwhile, here comes Tupper. Now Brad Doss back to the bottom side by side as they've been throughout most of the race. Little contact between Doss and Edgar. Everybody's going to keep straight. Blake Heather right there in the mixes. We're going to go cockpit with him, show you what they're working with. See Heather working the wheel down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 right up along the cushion. It's been all Shane Showtime Kelly so far out front, but man, behind him it's gridlocked as these guys have been side by side now. Lap after lap, laps winding down. Heat race number 1. Edgar still going to hold a slight advantage for second over Brad Doss. Here comes Eric Tupper back to the outside. Blake Heather now going to try to dig a little traction down on the bottom. Behind them, it's the 100 of Michael Henry. Chris Cox and Alex Kane round out this field in heat race number 1. They're all chasing Shane Kelly, who is out to about a 10-car length lead as laps begin to wind down. Doss going to wind it up, fire it in there once again in 3 and 4. It's still Kyle Edgar edging him out. And now here comes Eric Tupper with a little momentum off the top. Folks, heat race 1, great side-by-side action throughout the whole thing is going to see Shane Showtime Kelly pick up the win. It'll be Kyle Edgar second, Eric Tupper third, Brad Doss fourth, Blake Heather going to be in the 5th position. Followed by the 100 of Michael Henry, Chris Cox, and Alex Kane. That is the unofficial results. But man, what an exciting finish we saw there. Give the win to the man we just talked about and give one to Midwest Racing Development as Shane Kelly has heat race number 1 well in hand. There you see him, the running orders for heat race number 1 being taken down by race officials as we get set to go heat race number 2. It's going to have Derek Fedkenauer starting from the front row of it, as well as the 10 car of Frank Gonzalez. Frank Gonzalez, the name that we're getting pretty well acquainted with here. As you should be too. We've covered Frank from anywhere from the Ram Series dirt action to the NMNTS Mid-South Virtual Racing League. He's in a street stock here tonight and in present with teammate of Joey Lamb Racing's Blake Heather, who you just saw in action in heat race number 1. Here we go, folks. You see a live look at pit lane. The next group of hopefuls here in the Sim Harris class, second annual Sims Harris class, going to take the grid. We get a look. There's the 10 car of Frank Gonzalez. And here's how it's going to look in row number 1. It's going to be Derek Fedkenauer, second quickest through qualifying. Frank Gonzalez to his outside. 1 row back from that's where you're going to find the 77 car, the Mid-South Region's Brett Rolls. To his outside, the 66 car of Tyler Gray. 1 row back from that's where you're going to find Ronald Piles in the 68 car out of Virginia. To Piles' outside, looks like you will have the 71 car of Corey Bouderant out of Ohio. 1 row back from that's where you're going to find the last row on the racetrack, and that's Florida's Raymond Dormer. To his outside is where you're going to find the 49 car of Brent Homan as we get set to go here. Off of turn number 4, Derek Fedkenauer going to lead us down.
Green flag.
Not yet. We're waiting. That's the voice of Robbie Buckner. Green flag now in the air. Heat race number 2 comes to life. Derek Fedkenauer going to lead him down into turn number 1. It'll be the 77 of Brett Rolls as they storm out of turn number 2. Frank Gonzalez going to make contact with the wall. Going to slide back just a little bit. Looks like he just wheel bounced the turn 2 wall, and that's going to allow Ronald Piles to slip up into the 3rd position. We're deadlocked once again, much as we were through heat race number 1. They're from the attic to the basement, anywhere in between, as Ronald Piles going to run the basement. Here comes Frank Gonzalez back on the top shelf in 3 and 4. Only person right now with a clear advantage is Fedkenauer. Everybody's going to chase him down the front straightaway. Lap number 2 of the heat race is complete. Brett Rolls going to go up top shelf. There's Ronald Piles, and here comes Frank Gonzalez. Almost 3 wide out of turn 2. Going to be a little ballable from Gonzalez. He comes across the nose of Tyler Gray. That's going to be for the 4th and 5th position. Everybody trying to dig, get what they can. Fedkenauer out to a comfortable lead. Then you've got the 77 car of Rolls being challenged by Ronald Piles. Great shot there. The car's going down through 3 and 4 right along the cushion. Like I said, folks, we've got them from the attic to the basement. Anywhere in between they can find a little room. Ronald Piles going to come off turn 2 down the back straightaway, still being challenged by Frank Gonzalez. You see Brett Rolls, and Frank Gonzalez going nose to tail through 3 and 4. Laps winding down. Everybody going to chase Fedkenauer. Fedkenauer, much like his Midwest Racing Development teammate Shane Kelly, going to stretch it out about 10 car lengths down the back straightaway. Piles going to go do battle with Rolls once again through 3 and 4. Cover, you've got Fedkenauer on at about a 10 car length break, and then from there it's anybody's ball game still. Cover those cars with a blanket. Go on board. There's a great look at, oh, Frank Gonzalez going to go around in 1 and 2. We went on board with him just as you saw it happening. He's going to slide back from where he was running in about the 3rd position. Give that up now to Ronald Piles as he's going to do battle with the 77 car of Brett Rolls. Off of turn number 2, laps winding down. Here comes Piles on the outside. He's going to give Rolls a challenge through 3 and 4. Meanwhile, the 49 car of Brett Holman out of Texas is going to do battle with the 66 of Tyler Gray. That battle's going to see Tyler Gray hang on to it. It's going to be Derek Fedkenauer picking up your heat race win, followed by the 77 car of Rolls. Ronald Piles 3rd. Tyler Gray is going to round out the top 4. 5th will be Brett Holman out of Texas. 6th will be the 44 of Raymond Dormer. And oh, Frank Gonzalez sliding in there to round out your field. Well, you heard the voice of Robbie Buckner. Robbie, what's going on tonight, man?
Nothing, brother. Just wanted to stop in and let everybody know that I'm not going to be here for this. Nothing like the Harris class. Is going to be awesome. You guys are in for a hell of a treat tonight. 3 stocks UMP modifieds tomorrow night. Late models UMP modifieds. It's going to be a fun week of racing here for the next 3 days. But just wanted to come say hello, say what's up, and hope you're having more fun than I'm having.
Well, it's always a good time here with the Ram Series on dirt. As you know, folks, Robbie Buckner going to be heading up operations tonight for the NMNTS VA Graphics Cup Series. Find all that action where I would normally be over on Max Speed TV. He and Josh Medlock going to have the call. We're going to be right here with you in the dirt, though, folks. Don't go anywhere. Heat race number 3 is about to take shape. That's where you're going to...
guys, have fun.
Here we go. It's going to be Trevor Baker starting on the front row in the 24 car. Another Midwest Racing Development driver as they've swept the first 2 heat races, looking to make it 3 in a row. To his outside, you're going to have the 53 car of Cody Olson. 1 row back from that's where you're going to find Touring Shirts. You remember back to the street stock season we covered, Touring Shirts was your series champion there, as he's going to be out of the Plains region, another Midwest Racing Development car. To his outside, you're going to have the 72 car of Jeffrey Lanham out of Ohio. Kyle Ramsey in the 91 car going to be out there as well as the 37 car of Jared Burba. They're going to share a row. It's going to be Joseph Halsey in the 23 and the 78 of Mark Brimkamps. They make up the last row. Here we go. Green flag in the air is Trevor Baker going to bring him to life down the front straightaway. Skates out to the early lead. It's going to be he, Touring Shirts, Cody Olson going to do battle off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Slicing and dicing going on. Baker going to run top shelf with teammate Touring Shirts. Olson going to dig the bottom. Back behind them also. Oh, multiple wrecks happen multiple times. Caution flag's going to fly on the racetrack. It was Kyle Ramsey in the 91 as he got tangled up. Field will... We will be under caution here, as Cody Olson and the 91 car of Kyle Ramsey got the wall just about in the same manner, different parts of the racetrack at about the same time. That's going to bring out the first caution we've seen so far through heat racing. The battle's going to continue on. Lightning McQueen's got a crooked little grin, but still remains on the racetrack for Kyle Ramsey out of Ohio. As here we go, we get set to go. Give you a great look from our flag stand here as Trevor Baker's going to bring him off of turn number 4, re-racked, restacked. Green flag in the air. It's going to be Baker back on the loud pedal, but here comes Shirts to the bottom. They'll go through 1 and 2. Baker going to run the top shelf, Touring Shirts on the bottom. Jared Burba trying to move up in the 37 car, as well as Joseph Halsey, who started deep in this field. Through 1 and 2, Baker continues to hold off Shirts. It's almost looking like a replay of last week's sprint car action. These guys did battle throughout the mid part of the race, and it would saw Touring Shirts with the advantage and picking up the win as he goes to the bottom in 3 and 4. Going to pull the slide job. Trevor Baker going to work it back to the bottom here. Deadlocked for heat race number 3. Baker now going to work back to the bottom in 1 and 2. Touring Shirts going to run the top shelf. Then you've got Jared Burba on the move behind him. Good to see the driver in the 37 car with a great run tonight out of the Midwest region. Joseph Halsey as well. 2 drivers that could really use a great run here and are doing a fantastic job through heat race number 3. Or up front, it's all Touring Shirts right now as they come off of turn number 2. There's a look from the roof of Shirts out to the lead, but here comes Trevor Baker back down to the bottom, maybe looking to throw it deep, sell it cheap. Not quite going to get there. They're going to go wheel to wheel off of turn number 4. A little contact now between the teammates. Heat race number 3 going to battle on here. It's going to be Touring Shirts, Trevor Baker, Joseph Halsey. Burba slipped back just a little bit to the clutches of the 72 car. 72 car once again is Jeffrey Lanham out of Ohio. Trevor Baker with just send it on the dash in the sprint car. It was throttle control. It's just send it on the dash of that street stock. As right now, Torrin Shirt's going to work the top shelf. Teammate Trevor Baker to follow. Now they're going to bump the cushion on exit. Good look at your field as they go through 3 and 4. Out front, it's all Torrin Shirts. Laps winding down. Midwest Racing Development going to try to complete the sweep of the heat races. They will do so. Torrin Shirt's going to hold on to pick up heat race number 3, followed by Trevor Baker. Joseph Halsey's going to pick up a third and heat race number 3. Great run for the driver out of the Midwest region. Fourth will be the 72 car of Jeffrey Lanham out of Ohio. Jared Burba slides back to 5th. 6th position, it looks like it will be... Looking at the remaining of the running order there. Kyle Ramsey in the 91 and Mark Brimkamp going to round out your field heat race number 3. Once again, folks, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the second annual Sim Harris Clash Rams Series. Kyle Ramsey and their crew putting on some of the best stuff. Another big event here. Seen some great racing through the heat races. Not really a lot of side-by-side action if you can keep it up there. Always something we like to see. Tell you what, let's get another word with Shane Showtime Kelly in the 5 car. Shane Kelly, this is Bradley Wilson, the Backwards Hat Booth. You got a copy?
Sure do.
Well, man, you picked up heat race number 1 win. Got out front there. Looked like you were almost on cruise control. How's the car and how's the track out there?
The track's really slicked off, but it's gonna be a couple lines of racing. It's gonna be real racy. It's gonna be a rough battle. I got to start 6th here in the dash, and I gotta hopefully have some mistakes in front of me to get back up front, so I got a chance at the pole. If I can get up front and get on the pole, it's gonna be a hard time beating me.
Well, man, we'll let you get ready for the dash. We wanted to get a quick word from you. Congratulations on heat race number 1 win.
Thank you, sir. Going to try some stuff here in the dash and see if it helps out. If not, we're going to go back and make some more changes and try to get this thing to be a rocket in feature time.
Heck yeah, always exciting. That once again was heat race number 1 winner Shane Showtime Kelly out of the Atlantic region. As they get lined up for your dash, you heard it there. Kelly going to have to come from deep as well as Torrin Shirts. Going to be on hand Derek Fedkenauer in this dash coming up as well. As you're going to see the top 2, I believe, out of each heat. As here we go, cars begin to roll out. We're going to take a look at the starting lineup. It's going to be Trevor Baker and Brett Rolls going to set the front row, followed by the 47 car of Kyle Edgar. Row 2 to his outside will be Torrin Shirts in the 33. Derek Fedkenauer and Shane Kelly going to make up the final row. This is the fastest drivers from the 3 heat races we just saw. Top 2 going to do battle here to set the grid for the top 6 starting positions. Field's going to be under the control of Trevor Baker out of turn number 4. Baker holding him back. Now green flag back in the air. He's going to get leaned on a little bit by Rolls at the start. However, it will be Trevor Baker around the bottom. Rolls going to be top shelf. 3 wide for 3rd as we go through 1 and 2. Fedkenauer going to get a little crossed up on the bottom. Here comes Torrin Shirts as he's going to fight to the bottom. Kyle Edgar thought he was low. Torrin Shirts fired it off in there just a little bit lower. We were 3 wide for just a second. It is starting to sort out now. It's going to see Trevor Baker out front, Kyle Edgar to the bottom. Contact once again between Schertz and Edgar. Schertz going to run the bottom. Here comes Derek Fedkenauer, going to give him the push. Giving the teammate the bumper, going to shove him through to second. Meanwhile, Fedkenauer going to try to go up to third. However, he's got his hands full with Kyle Edgar in the 47. Good onboard look here with Torrin Schertz as he tries to track down race leader and teammate Midwest Racing Stables Trevor Baker. There you saw some onboard shots. Tech cams, virtue of Torrin Schertz, as he's carrying some of those for Backwards Hat Productions tonight. Oh, Derek Fedkenauer going to get a little shove from the 47 of Kyle Edgar as we go through 3 and 4. Good look from the front bumper cam of Kyle Edgar as we go through 1 and 2 now. The dash going to continue to rage on. It's going to see Trevor Baker still out front being pursued by Torrin Schertz, just the way they ended heat race number 3. Schertz tries to track him down, going to close the gap a little bit. Meanwhile, it's going to be Edgar holding the bottom towards the back of the pack. Brett Roll's going to slide off in there off the bottom. Little contact as the racing is intense behind the two leaders who have kind of single filed got away. You heard Shane Kelly say he was going to look to make a few moves, try to get to the front. He's up to third so far. Get a good look off the rear deck lid of the 5 cars. He does battle with Derek Fedkenauer. Not going to be for anybody else, though, as it'll be Trevor Baker picking up the win. Torrin Schertz second. Third will be too close to call. Let's see how it files out here. It will be Shane Showtime Kelly, followed by Derek Fedkenauer. How about that, folks? Midwest Racing Development's going to take the top 4 spots in the dash. You think, if you remember back to the street stock action, much as they did there, these guys going to have a stranglehold on the front tonight. As I tell you what, let's talk with Derek Fedkenauer. Open practice going to begin now before we start tonight's A feature. He's going to talk with the heat race number 2 winner, Derek Fedkenauer. Derek Fedkenauer, this is Bradley Wilson, the Backwards Hat booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, you got me?
Yeah, I got you, man. Going to pick up heat race number 2 win. Excitement through the dash. Tell us how that 86 car is feeling out there.
Oh, it's feeling good, but I don't think I have the fastest car out there.
Well, man, I've had the pleasure of racing with you since we saw you in street stock action, you know, a few seasons ago with the Ram Series. But, man, what else been up? What you been up to?
Well, not much. I haven't been in that many series or anything. Just kind of doing some official racing and playing around, seeing what's out there.
Well, it's good to have you back in action. Like I said, you're going to pick up heat race number 2 win. Man, the track looks fast tonight, and it looks like we're going to be in for multiple grooves. Do you feel like that's what we're going to continue to see through the night?
Most definitely. I think we're going to see some bottom line guys and some top line guys, and we're going to be pretty much even.
Well, man, before we let you get out there and turn some laps, get it dialed in come feature time, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just my team out there at Midwest Racing Development. Hopefully we top 4, top 5.
Heck yeah, man. Well, good luck, and congratulations on heat race number 2 win.
Yep, thanks.
Once again, that was Derek Fedkenauer, Midwest Racing Development driver of the number 86. He picked up heat race number 2. And well, we're going to talk to another heat race winner, the man in the 33 car. Torrin Schertz is Bradley Wilson, the Backwards Hat booth. You got a copy?
You betcha.
Well, man, some intense racing action through the heat races. You're going to pick up heat race number 3 win. And then through the dash, looking strong, going to trail teammate Trevor Baker, I've got to thank the Midwest Racing Development Stable as always. Didn't come to mess around.
No, we sure didn't. Man, we're not giving each other an inch either. I've kind of got the root of everything tonight, but it's been a blast. Trevor in that dang heat race, and then Derek, and then I could have given it back to Trevor on that last corner, but decided go ahead and let him get first so I can start on the outside.
Heck yeah, man. Well, I was telling all the viewers that may not have tuned in for street stock action when we covered the series. You put on a clinic all season long, picked up a championship. Feel good to be back in the street stocks tonight?
Oh, it always feels good to be in these. They're very racy, and I tend to be just a little quicker than others, so it's always a good turnout.
Well, speaking of racing, man, this track's provided action so far from the basement to the attic, as I like to speak. Do you feel like we're going to continue to see that kind of action throughout the main tonight?
I sure hope so. I just don't want them to put too much water down, because if they do that, it really takes away the racing. When it's slicked off like this, these cars, there's 3-4 lanes that you could drive, so makes it fun, makes it to where you're side by side a lot, and then, you know, fighting for every little edge.
Heck yeah, man. Well, we're going to let you get out there, turn some laps, get it dialed in come feature time, but before we do, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to my team. I think we're starting 1, 2, 3, 4 or something like that, so that's pretty impressive. And thank you guys for broadcasting this event. This is going to be some heck of an event, and Kyle for putting this on. So we're all pretty excited to run, you know, each night, whether or not we, you know, qualify for the mods tonight or not, and you know, we'll determine if we run those tomorrow. But we're excited, and hopefully we can come out on top in each of these events and win the big thing Thursday.
Well, man, good luck moving forward, and congratulations on heat race number 3.
I appreciate it.
Once again, that was Torrin Shirts as he won heat race number 3. We're going to talk to the winner of the dash now. Find the radio channel to do so with. There it is. Trevor Baker. This is Bradley Wilson, the Backwards Hat Booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, man, you're going to go pick up the dash win after battling with teammate Torrin Shirts in heat race number 3. That's going to make it 4 of the first 4 starting spots for the A feature going to the Midwest Racing Development guys. I've got to think the odds are pretty good that we could see one of you in victory lane.
I'm really hoping, you know, we finish 1, 2, 3, 4 in the feature as well. We'll just see how it lines out, though.
Well, I was talking to teammate Torrin Shirts a second ago. He said definitely no team orders tonight as the racing is fierce, even between teammates. And we've seen a lot of action, you know, from the top shelf down to the bottom. A lot of 2, 3 wide. Do you feel like the track's going to hold up and that could be what we're seeing come feature time?
Kyle does a pretty good job come feature time getting the track prepared. I think it'll be much more the same. Yeah, with this being a one-off event and there's no team orders, we're just out there to get the bragging rights.
Yeah, you said it, man. No season points on the line here. It's all bragging rights. Who's going to be the winner of the 2nd annual Sims Harris Clash? Man, we want to thank you for taking a few minutes out to speak with us. Before we let you get back down there and get it tuned in for the A feature, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
You know, just you guys for broadcasting this, putting this out to the masses. Al for putting this on. Thank the teammates for getting these cars in tip-top shape.
All right, brother. Well, we're going to let you get back down there, but good luck moving throughout the feature. Is you going to start from the pole?
Yeah, we'll see if starting on the inside is going to help me out or not. Kind of the outside seemed to be better on the starts. We'll see, though. So hopefully I can keep her up front all night long.
Heck yeah, man. Once again, that was Trevor Baker, driver out of the Plains region. He picked up your dash win. You're going to see him a little bit later in action as drivers continue to try to get it dialed in. We're going to get a word now with our head man, the guy who makes it all possible. Kyle Ramsey, this is Bradley Wilson, the Backwards Hat Booth. You got a copy? Kyle Ramsey, this is Bradley Wilson, the Backwards Hat booth. You got a copy. Well, man, looks like we actually have him doing a little bit of race official work. We don't want to bother him. However, we will get a word with him a little later in the night. Folks, like I said, you're seeing street stock action right now, and then here a little bit later, you're going to see the modifieds. As we've got 2 class action coming for you tonight. Going to be a lot of fun. We can't wait. Well, let's, oh, 2 cars getting together there as practice continues on. Brent Rolls in the 77, Mark Brimkamp in the 78. Well, let's, gonna talk with Frank Gonzalez in the 10 car. Frank Gonzalez, Bradley Wilson, the Backwards Hat booth. You got a copy.
I got you.
Well, man, fierce action throughout the heat races. We saw you in the heat race there get the wall just a little bit, do a little wheel hopping off of it. Maybe not as smoothly as you had planned. Going to have to start about mid-pack come feature time. But what do you think your chances are?
All depends on if I can get right to the front. It's hard to pass.
Well, it is hard to pass, but we have seen 2 3-wide action at times. Do you feel like it's going to follow suit, and that could be what we see?
I hope so.
Well, man, we've seen you race everything from the Mid-South Virtual Racing League. Been over here at the Ram Series quite a few nights. Want to get a word with you, man. Always good to talk with you, and good luck throughout the feature.
I appreciate it, man. I hope y'all enjoy the race.
Once again, that was Frank Gonzalez, driver of the number 10 car from Joey Lamb Racing. We're going to switch back over to the intro video. I am going to stay with you, though, as we do a little server change over here, get ready for tonight's main event. Hope you're all enjoying the racing so far. As the heat races in the dash left little to be desired. I can only imagine what the feature is going to hold for us as they're getting it racked up right now. I said, folks, don't go anywhere. We've got a full feature coming up as well as some modified action here a little bit later. It'll be the first time ever you've seen modified action here on Backwards Hat Productions. I am looking forward to it. The UMP mod's one of my favorite dirt cars to cover. As we get rolling here, like I said, I am doing a slight server changeover. Nobody go anywhere. Action's going to remain fierce throughout the evening. Tell you what, folks, give me just 1 second. I'm going to leave you with the intro video in its entirety. I will be right back, and we'll go live for the feature. Nobody go anywhere. You saw great racing action already in the street stocks. More to come as we continue with our coverage of the second annual Sim Harris Clash. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just about through. Knew I left you hanging on the intro video a little longer than I wanted to. I was getting razzed by some of the drivers about it already. However, we're getting ready to go set with your A main tonight for the street stocks. Again, you're going to see a full street stock show. You've already seen qualifying, the heat races, and the dash. You're going to get set to go now with the feature. And then, folks, coming up after tonight's street stock A main, you're going to have a modified, the UMP modified night 1 qualifying. So I tell you what, let me see if I can get a hold of the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who makes it all possible. Kyle Ramsey, this is Bradley Wilson, the Backwards Hat Booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, we're going to get set to go see some street stock action here for the feature. Man, what great racing we saw through the heat races and the dash.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, we got a lot of great competitors that are here for this race. You know, I have some more for the street stocks than what really I anticipated, but it's going to be a heck of a show here.
Man, I've been telling these folks, you know, unlike what we normally see where you get to watch one class of great dirt action, tonight we've got 2 classes. Give the folks a little bit of, you know, preview of what they've got coming up as we go throughout the rest of the night.
Yeah, so, you know, after the street stocks are done here, we're going to switch over to the modifieds. There will be about a 15-minute practice session that the guys will be able to get into before we roll it to qualifying. This is qualifier number 1 for the actual Harris Clash race. That's Thursday. So what's going to happen is it's a full show. You know, we're only going to start 20 modifieds. As of right now, I think we got like 25. You know, there will not be a B main. So if you don't make it in through the heat, you're trying again tomorrow. During the feature, the top 8 finishers are going to be locked in to the inside the inside row for the 8 rows. Guys in the back, if they elect to, you know, they'll be able to opt out of their starting spots to try to maybe get a further starting spot forward, maybe on the outside tomorrow night. So it's going to be very interesting. You know, if you get guys like Torn or Trevor or Chris Lewis, I see that's here. If they get in a little bit of trouble and they may not be able to get to the front, you know, they may lag back a little bit, try to stay in the lock-in spots just to be able to then opt out and then move into tomorrow night's race, and then, you know, start maybe outside pole or 4th or 6th, you know, to give them a good starting spot. So there's going to be a lot of games being played this first race to set the tone for that Thursday race.
Heck yeah, man. Well, good stuff. We're going to let you get down there as get your car lined out as well for this feature coming up. But good luck, man. And you heard it there, folks. It's going to be a lot of exciting action through the rest of the night. You're not going to want to go anywhere. We will have a short break in the action between street stocks and modifieds just to get the broadcast reamped, get ready to go. But first and foremost, we've got one heck of a show that's going to be promised to you via the street stocks. Going to turn 20 plus loose here around the Knoxville Raceway, Knoxville, Iowa. Tell you what, get a talk with the champ. See if we can find him real quick. Give me 1 second here. There he is. Eric Tupper, this is Bradley Wilson, the Backwards Hat Booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I got you loud and clear, man. Fresh off the championship season on Wing Thursdays. Going to be in action here tonight in the street stocks. How's that 115 car feeling for you tonight?
Oh, it's fun. These cars are fun for me. I don't really race them too often, so I'm doing the best I can here tonight.
Heck yeah, man. Well, had it looking good throughout the heat races. Just barely missed the dash. A little bit different than the sprint cars, though.
Oh yeah, this is like a big old brick. Not as darty as the sprint cars.
Like a brick, maybe a little more forgiving, man. Well, like I said, we saw you in attendance fresh off that championship season on Thursday nights with the sprint cars. Wanted to get a word with you, and man, we've seen a lot of action top to bottom throughout the heat races in the dash. What do you think we're going to see come feature time?
A big cluster of cars, top and bottom. It's going to be a close race. These cars are a lot of fun to race side by side. We should have a good time.
Heck yeah, man. We'll let you get back down there, get it lined out. But before we do, does everybody want to give a shout out to?
I got a couple buddies of mine from work, Lee and Johnny. They told them to watch the broadcast tonight to check out the simulator that I play. And they were messaging me through Facebook, so I want to give a shout out to them. So let's see if they hear it.
Heck yeah, man. Well, good luck moving forward, and good luck throughout the same main we're getting ready to see.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Once again, that was the Rocky Top Outlaw, number 115, Eric Tupper, fresh off of his championship season. Heard a little background noise there as I was tuning in with y'all. Man, I've kind of been slacking on the chat. Rocky Battenfield out there in attendance. Robbie Buckner as well. I saw him as he joined us here in the booth. Lou Oleski out there, wish I could run this. Man, we wish we were in attendance there. I tell you what, if you're out there just tuning in, looks like we've got about 20 of you last count. Drop me a line and let me know where you're tuning in from, how your night's going. As little Wednesday night action here, Tuesday night action actually. I'm sorry, I'm a little off. I should be in a cup car with the NMNTS League. However, I've stepped away to bring you all the action tonight, so got my days mixed up there. But you're gonna see 3 nights of great racing action tomorrow night, as you heard Kyle Ramsey say. Another night of modified action, as well as late models into the mix tomorrow night. Dropping in from Tucson, Arizona, we welcome you. Florida, it's great watching my son who's 1,000 miles away. Well, we do agree, Donna Jones, and we hope that you're enjoying all the action tonight as we get set to go. Get a good look at the cars as they continue to work on some setup last minute changes for the feature race. About 20 seconds left. We're going to roll over to the A main. We're going to turn 24 street stocks loose here to do battle for who's going to be the 2nd annual Sim Harris Clash street stock winner. You heard Kyle mention this will be the only night you'll see the street stocks in action. They are going to run a full show. Well, here we go, folks. It's time. Are you ready? We're going to start to see the grid as they start to grid up. On the front row, virtue of his dash win, that's going to be the 24 car of Trevor Shakin Baker. To his outside, row number 1, that'll be Torrin Shirts out of the Plains region. Inside, row number 2 is going to be Shane Kelly of the Atlantic region in the number 5 car, Shane Showtime Kelly. To his outside, it'll be Derek Fedkenauer. Those first 4 cars, as we mentioned, all going to be the Midwest Racing Development stable. 1 row back from that's where you're going to have the 77 car of Brett Rolls out of the Mid-South region. To his outside driver, the 47, That's Canada's Kyle Edgar. One row back from that, your sprint car champion coming fresh off of his championship season. The 115, the Rocky Top Outlaw, that's Eric Tupper out of the Mid-South region. To his outside, you're going to have the 68 car of Ronald Piles out of Virginia. One row back from that, that's where you're going to find Joseph Halsey out of the Midwest region on the inside. In the 10th position, you're going to have the 026 of Brad Doss. Row number 6 is going to look like this. It'll be Tyler Gray on the inside. To Gray's outside, you're going to have the 72 car of Jeffrey Lanham out of Ohio. One row back from that's where you're going to find Blake Heather in the number 97. To Blake's outside, you're going to have Brent Homan in the 49 car. One row back from that's where you're going to find Jared Burba in the 37 out of the Midwest region. To his outside, you're going to have the 100 car of Michael Henry. A host of other cars as we get set to go A feature racing. The fireworks are on the air. Pace trucks off the racetrack, and here we go. Green flag in the air. It's going to be Schertz and Baker bring the field to life out of turn number 4. They're going to funnel down into 1 and 2 side by side. It'll be Trevor Baker out to the early lead. Torrin Schertz going to run top shelf. There's Shane Showtime Kelly, Derek Fedkenauer. Cover those 4 Midwest Racing Development cars with a blanket. Kyle Edgar going to get a little push through the center of 3 and 4. Slides up from his 6th starting position. Going to lose quite a bit of laps here, or quite a few positions there. Man, you see it stacked from the basement to the attic. Here comes Torrin Schertz. Going to throw it deep, sell it cheap. Little contact with Shane Kelly as they're going to work through 3 and 4. Trevor Baker continues to lead. It's going to be a deadlock for a second. It'll be Torrin Schertz, Shane Showtime Kelly. Derek Fedkenauer now going to work the top shelf as Brett Rolls begins to challenge for the 4th position. A little bit further back, you've got the Rocky Top Outlaw, the 115 car of Eric Tupper. Right on board with Tupper now as we go out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Look back at all the action throughout the field. There's Kyle Edgar, Tyler Gray as they're going to go through 1 and 2. Tyler Gray going to dig the bottom under Kyle Edgar. That is a battle for the 8th and 9th positions. Ronald Piles now going to do battle with Eric Tupper. Those two are teammates as they battle back right around the 7th and 8th, or 6th and 7th positions. 3 wide. Brett Rolls, Torrin Schertz, Derek Fedkenauer. It's starting to heat up front. Rolls look to the bottom of Fedkenauer, nothing doing. Meanwhile, we got a battle for the lead as here comes Shane Kelly. First challenge, Trevor Baker's going to see all night. We're going to see if he can fend it off as they're going to go through 1 and 2. It'll be Trevor Baker going to run top shelf, Shane Kelly on the bottom. Meanwhile, that's going to allow Torrin Schertz, Fedkenauer to close right back in. They're going to bring Rolls with them. Look at all this great action as you see 24 street stock storm around the half-mile Knoxville Raceway here in Knoxville, Iowa. Out front, it's still Trevor Baker. However, Shane Kelly is there, and now throw Torrin Schertz into the mix. We're going to go side by side for the lead. Trevor Baker going to get it a little crossed up. That's going to allow Shane Kelly to edge ahead just a little bit. Now Torrin Schertz, Derek Fedkenauer going to swap a little paint for the 3rd and 4th position. Holy cow, folks, up front, what a battle you are seeing. Look at this action. We're going to put you right in the middle of it, virtue of the roof cam on the 5 car of Shane Showtime Kelly as he now goes out to the lead. First time tonight anybody other than Trevor Baker has been able to take the lead. We're going to see, a little contact there, 77 car of Rolls. Fedkenauer in the 86, and we've got our first caution of the night. Looks like it's going to be the 717 and the 44 car. Go back and take a look at what happened here. As actually, it looks like... problems may have started for Norman beforehand, and Holy cow, the 717 just an innocent bystander there. Go back and take a look at what happened to Dormer. Go on board with him. Oh! Dormer's just going to get the wall. He goes down to try to get out of the racetrack. Nowhere to go for the 717. We're going to take one more look at this. A tough break. There you see it. Thought Dormer was going to stay up at the top of the racetrack. Put you on a helmet cam, and then down comes Dormer. Nowhere to go. A tough break. You see the damage there. That's Alex Kane out of the Midwest region. Meanwhile, back up front, it's all Shane Kelly, and man, what a show we have seen so far for the top spots. I mean, he, Trevor Baker, Torrin Church there at Fedkenauer does battle, although Fedkenauer's now going to slip back to the 6th position. You heard him say he didn't know that if he had the fastest car, but he was going to give it a shot. So far, what a shot he has gave it as we get set to go. You look back from the roof cam of Shane Kelly as he's going to bring the field down the back straightaway here. Pace Truck's going to make that hard left onto pit road. Green flag back in the air is going to be Shane Kelly back on the loud pedal, going to lead the field to the green flag to restart us here. Lap 13 of 30, 18 laps to go. It'll be all Shane Kelly out front. Trevor Baker now continues to chase him down from the 2nd position. Torrin Shirts in 3rd. Brett rolls up to 4th. Eric Tupper, the Rocky Top Outlaw, is going to move up from the 7th position to 5th so far. A little bit further in the back of the pack. Got a lot of great racing action. This is around the 7th, 8th, and 9th positions. It's going to be Ronald Piles, Tyler Gray, and Kyle Edgar. See Piles throw it in there on through 1 and 2. Going to run about the middle of the racetrack as he tries to fend off Tyler Gray. Trevor Baker now going to come under fire for 2nd. He and teammate Torrin Shirts. Torrin Shirts going to slide it in there off the bottom. Baker going to give him plenty of room. They go both going to end up working top shelf out of the exit of turn number 2. Out front, it is still Shane Showtime Kelly leading the way. Took over the lead from Trevor Baker, who started from the pole just a few laps before your caution flew. 15 laps to go. About halfway through the 30-lap event. We've had 1 caution for 3 laps. You saw it. Raymond Dormer going to get the wall. Go back here. This is around the Rocky Top Outlaw of Eric Tupper. There's Derek Fedkenauer. He's going to make a move. This is a battle for the 5th and 6th position. Caution flag's going to fly again. Looks like it's going to be the 10 car of Frank Gonzalez around out of turn number 2. Go back and take a look at just what happened to Frank there. There you go, folks. You're going to see Frank Gonzalez, Jared Burba make a little contact. Gonzalez going to get the wall hard out of turn number 2. Car comes to stop, comes to a rest. He will get it going again. See, we'll see if we've got a little bit of the contact. You couldn't really see Burba in the picture there. Over the Title Brewing Company number 10 car going to come to rest. Brings it down to the attention of the crew. He will get it back on the raceway. However, he lost a lot of track position there. Going to have to rebound with just 12 laps to go, try to charge back through the field. Up front, it's all Shane Kelly in the 5 car. Trevor Baker second. Third will be Torrin Schertz. Fourth, Brett Rolls. Fifth will be Derek Fedkenauer. I tell you what, folks, 11 laps to go. We're going to crank it up on the restart. Let you see the sights and sounds of the Knoxville Raceway here in Knoxville, Iowa. Side of the second annual Sim Harris Clash presented by the Ram Series. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a lap around sights and sounds. We're going to rejoin the battle for the lead as here comes Trevor Baker, Torrin Schertz, trying to work around teammate Shane Showtime Kelly. It's Derek Fedkenauer, just made his way back up into the top 4. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead is an intense one. Trevor Baker going to swing it wide. Here comes Torrin Schertz. Look to thread the needle. Hole's going to close. We almost went 3 wide for just a second. Now Schertz going to tuck back in behind Trevor Baker. It's all Shane Kelly as he continues to work right around the bottom. Oh, little contact. Schertz and Shane Kelly going to get together. We're going to go into turn 3. There you see a look at the field as they work through 3 and 4. Trevor Baker now back to the lead in the 24 car. It's 5 laps to go. Katie bar the door. It's starting to pick up. As it's going to be Shane Showtime Kelly now going to work the bottom. Torrin Schertz falls back a little bit to third. We're going to see if he can regroup, make a run at the lead. Derek Fedkenauer now comes into your picture. Brett Rolls, Ronald Piles. They're going to round out your top 6. Tyler Gray also into the mix there in the 66 car. You see the field come to you out of turn number 2 through 3 and 4. It's 4 laps to go. It'll be 3 laps to go this time. Trevor Baker still with the lead going into turn number 3, but here comes Torrin Schertz. Shane Kelly going to fight the bottom one more time. Schertz now going to edge ahead of Kelly. We'll see if he's got anything for Baker. Torrin Schertz saws the wheel off of turns 3 and 4. It'll be 2 laps to go now, right to the back bumper of Trevor Baker. Through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, it's still Trevor Baker continuing to lead. Torrin Schertz, here comes Shane Kelly, going to dig the bottom one more time. Fedkenauer's now there as he rounds out your top 4. Cover him with a blanket, white flag in the air. It'll be 1 lap to go. Trevor Baker going to try to hold on to pick up the win here. Had a strong car all night. Here comes Torrin Schertz. Shane Kelly going to make a little contact. The battle for second continues on. Through 3 and 4 one last time. Trevor Baker still your leader. Shane Kelly going to make one last charge at it. Makes a little contact. He and Shirt's going to do a little door banging. It'll be Trevor Baker, however, going to pick up the win tonight from the Plains region. And as we go into 1 and 2, massive pile up. Shane Kelly, Torrin Shirts made contact. Holy cow, folks. What a finish we saw. Give the win to Trevor Baker. We're going to go back and take a look from the Backwards Hat Productions blimp, though. This was after the race, and these guys giving it all they could give it right there. Holy cow. Cars piling in. But man, what a finish. Congratulations, Trevor Baker, on picking up the win. As you see him burn it down, we're going to get interviews now with your top 3. Shane Kelly, this is Bradley Wilson, the Backwards Hat Booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Sure do.
Well, man, what a clinic being put on tonight by you guys here on how to get around this racetrack and do it very cleanly side by side, as it's going to be Midwest Racing Development bringing home the first 4 spots just as you started. But man, you ran second for a little bit. You got out to the lead in the mid part of the race, only to be overtaken once again by teammate Trevor Baker. I know what the excitement was like from up here in the booth, but man, what was it like down there?
It was awesome, buddy. Car faded late, man. Congratulations to Trevor. I'm glad to see him get the monkey off his back and get that W. My car went away late. I should have moved up a little bit, but my car wasn't there. The gear I had in, I had to stay down at the low to give myself a chance.
Well, man, like I said, we just saw 30 laps of great racing action. You know, this was just the first class of 2 we're going to see tonight. We're going to see the mods coming up next. So, like I said, we wanted to get a word with you there. You led through the mid part of the race, going to bring it home in the 3rd position. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, everybody involved in this, man. It's a great idea. I love it. A lot of fun. You guys for broadcasting. My teammates on a strong run tonight. My dad, he's out there watching. I hope he enjoyed the race, and just everybody involved in this. And can't wait to jump into mods and see what happens there.
Heck yeah, man. Well, good luck, as we'll look forward to it ourselves. It'll be the first time we've captured UMP mod action on Backwards Hat Production, so always a treat. Once again, that was 3rd place Shane Kelly out of the Atlantic region. We're now going to move over to the 2nd place finisher, Torrin Shirts. Torrin Shirts, this is Bradley Wilson of the Backwards Hat Booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, going to come up 1 spot shy in your quest for the feature win here in the street stock version of the Sim Harris Classic. But man, what an exciting race, man. What was it like out there?
Oh, it was fun. Like I said, teammates it was fair game tonight, so everyone was banging up on each other. It was pretty fun, but pretty scary at the same time. Definitely feel like I probably had a fast car to probably win this thing, but you know, you get stuck behind some teammates and stuff, you might give them a little inch or whatever here or there, but Trevor, he earned this win, so I'm proud of him for that. And you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 for Midwest Racing Development yet again. That's, I think, our 2nd time ever doing that. So that's just incredible.
Well, man, as we've mentioned and well documented, we're going to see 2 classes tonight. The first one we just saw with the street stocks. Then you're going to jump into the UMP mods. As a driver, talk to me a second for about, you know, the difference in the cars, and you know, as a driver, what it's like to hop from one car to a, you know, in the street stock to a more high powered, you know, complete different animal with the modified.
That's exactly that. It's a complete different animal. Street stocks are, you know, big and heavy, and you really feel what your car is doing the whole time. When you get in the modified, I mean, it's a race car. It's, you know, it's set up to rock over real hard in the corner, and you got to know when that correct braking point is to be fast. And this track will provide a bottom and top lane. I'll probably be up on the high side, but yeah, they're just so different. And it's going to be, I don't know if the racing is going to be as close, but it still should be some really fun racing.
Well, man, like I said, congratulations on the runner-up finish here in the street stock bit of things. We'll let you get ready for the mods. Before we let you go, though, does anybody want to give a shout-out to?
again, Midwest Racing Development. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't really beat that. Good start to the Harris Clash here. Thank you guys for putting this awesome broadcast on. I mean, I kind of keep it on the side as I'm running, and I can hear all the highlights and things, and it's just phenomenal. And this is just a really good event that Kyle put together. So I'm really, really happy to be in this event, and hopefully we can sweep tonight.
Heck yeah, man. We'll let you go, but like I said, congratulations again, and good luck in the UMP portion yet to come.
Thank you.
Once again, that was Torrin Shirts going to pick up your second place. Now we're going to talk to the man of the hour, Trevor Shakenbaker. This is Bradley Wilson of the Backwards Hat Booth. You got a copy.
Hey, what's going on, Bradley?
Not a lot, man. 30 laps of definitely high-octane excitement, to say the least. Saw you out to the early lead. You slipped back behind teammate Shane Kelly for just a little bit there, and were able to retake the lead. Give us a little breakdown of, man, what the action was like from the cockpit of the 24 car.
Well, I got out there first. I was surprised I got the jump on Torn so early, and just the top side hadn't quite worked in whenever Shane got around me, but right on the race, I could tell I was gaining on him. I didn't know if I was actually going to be able to or not, because he's always strong here, especially in these street stocks, and I just could carry more momentum and finally passed him on the high side.
Well, man, like I said, it was great racing action all the way around. We've seen you kind of come out the bridesmaid on these things tonight, finally going to get that monkey off your back, and it's got to feel good, as still some racing action yet to come, and we're going to see the UMP mods up next.
Yeah, this is actually my first. That was actually my first Ram Series victory. Like you said, always a bridesmaid. Always seems like something I get caught up in something or just whatever. But yeah, we're gonna have a quick turnaround here. These UMP modifieds are a whole different animal, and we'll see if we can't get in them and get them tuned up real quick and put on a show.
Well, man, like I said, not much can be said about that feature that we hadn't said already, as it was, action packed the whole race, and congratulations to you on picking up that win. I talked to Torrin a little bit. I want to talk to you. You're jumping in as a driver. You're going to go from the street stocks, and you're fixing to hop into the UMP mods. I've got to think the difference, of course the difference between these two cars is more than you can state, with the, having the J-bars and the modifieds and all that stuff, and then the power difference. How big of a driver or how big is it a change to be a driver and have to go through it?
I think hearing the guys in chat, seeing them on the track right now, you can tell it takes a few laps to get used to, but we've all raced them so much. Once we get acclimated back to them again, it'll be like another day at the office, I think.
Heck yeah, man. Well, good stuff. Like I said, congratulations on the win tonight. And before we let you go, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just the same guys. Yeah, thank you for putting this on, being such a great broadcaster. Kyle for putting this whole deal together. The teammates for getting some really good cars. We're going to save the Andy's Frozen Custard for after the modified race, and we're just going to go out there and try and put on a show.
Heck yeah, man. Well, once again, congratulations on getting the monkey off your back, that first career win here with the Ram Series. And good luck in UMP action.
All right, thanks a lot. Hope to be talking to you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up for your street stock side of things, as we're going to give a little bit of a rundown here how it ran. 1 second, as we had quite a few more cars in here than anticipated. Let me get the grid. There you see it. Well, that's actually, I tell you what, that's not the proper grid. I'm not exactly sure what happened. There we go. And it lagged behind a little bit. Trevor Baker going to pick up your win tonight. Started from the pole. Fell back just a little bit, but was able to retake the lead. Torrin Shirts second. Shane Kelly third. Derek Fedkenauer going to put all 4 Midwest Racing Development drivers 1, 2, 3, 4. Ronald Piles going to bring it home in the top 5. Brett Rolls, Tyler Gray, Eric Tupper, Blake Heather, Brad Doss going to round out your top 10. 11th through 15th is going to be Kyle Edgar, Cody Olson, Michael Henry, and Brett Homan. Then you've got Jeffrey Lanham, Mark Brimkamp, Kyle Ramsey, Joseph Halsey, Chris Cox, Corey Bouderant going to round out your top 20. Alex Kane, Frank Gonzalez, you saw him have problems there midway through the race, a little entanglement. He and Jared Barber going to finish 22nd, 23rd. Raymond Dormer is going to round out your field of the 24 cars that ran tonight. Folks, we're going to go down for just a brief minute. However, don't go anywhere. We've got UMP action yet to come. You'll see the notification if you've subscribed already. If you have not, feel free to hit that subscribe button now, as we'll go live here once again in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Tune back in, should I say, as we've got more action yet to come tonight.